Hey everyone, I'm going to have to ask you to kind of use your imagination a little bit for this week's episode of Go Figure Friday because I don't have the actual figure still that this incident happened with. However, I've got the LJN full-size version. Of course, this is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who back in the summer of 1986, I'm going to say it was 86. Had to have been 86. 13 years old. Was it 86? Could have been summer of 85. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm a preteen or teenager. I'm a young kid, youngish kid, and I have my Paul Orndorff, what did they call them? Those smaller bendies, the bendable ones. And I didn't have many. I think Orndorff may have been my only LJN bendable. And they were, if you can remember, the rubber was pretty soft on them. And so, for some reason, I don't know why, I had my pocket knife out and I was performing surgery, for lack of a better word, on Mr. Wonderful. And I took that knife and I had stuck it in his back and I made a cut down his back. And then I stuck the knife back into his back and I took it. And when I did, I rammed it into the wall. And when I did that, the knife folded down on my finger, and if you look very closely right there, that scar, some 30 years later, 32, 33 years later, however long ago that was, I still have that scar. It's a reminder to not mess around with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, or to play with knives, more importantly. But, I thought I would just share that fun little story. I had a couple of other video ideas planned and they kind of fell through. So I'm looking for ideas, suggestions, critiques if you want to be a part of Go Figure Friday or anything here on My 123 Cents, whether it be the podcast or here on YouTube. And I'm going to announce a winner too for those muscle figures very shortly as well. So stay tuned for that over at my123cents.com or, of course, the My 123 Cents Facebook page. So lesson learned, Mr. Wonderful, because obviously after I mutilated it and had the big hole on his back, or cut in his back, and I'm thinking it was 86 because he had just turned on Hulk Hogan, and at that time I was still a Hulkamaniac, so that's why I'm thinking it was the summer of 86 that I did that, but that seems kind of obnoxious for a kid my age to do something like that, but kids do stupid stuff. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and all the others. Go back if you haven't watched them. Watch them rather, like the page, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And again, we'll see you on social media. Thanks everyone, and have a wonderful Go Figure Friday.